these are the three things you're going to need to put line on your Baitcaster. Here's how to do it. You could also include a screwdriver, a box, and tweezers if you're by yourself. The first thing to do is actually find what type of line you should put on your Baitcaster. This one calls for 10 to 20 pound line, so that's what we'll be using. We're going to be using 10-pound mono for this. I'm going to keep the sticker, but I'm using a new line. Alright. Okay, we're going to run our line right through the middle. Make sure the Baitcaster has the eye that guides the line onto the spool right in the middle. Run right through there. Okay. If you're lucky enough that your spool has holes, you can run your line through one of these holes. That will make it way easier for you to tie your line. Right? So you do that, and then you're gonna have a much easier way to tie in the knot than tying it around the whole spool. This is the easiest way to get your line on. The next thing is just to tie an overhand knot. An overhand knot is the simplest knot that you can do to get your line on. There are other knots that you might want to use as you get more advanced, like a cinch knot or an arbor knot, but for a beginner, just tie an overhand knot twice to get your line on. Here's one. I apologize for my fat fingers making this harder to see. There you go. Here's your knot. Next thing is you need your scissors. You need your scissors to cut the tag in. Cut the tag as close as you can to the knot. See? Remember our sticker? We're gonna actually cut our sticker, just a little piece of it, to keep that knot down. Alright, I'm gonna cut just a small piece to keep that knot down, just like this. Here's my knot. This also gives it some more grab as it's reeling. This is an optional step. You don't have to do that, but I like having my knot taped down. You can set this down when you reel in, but it's better if you actually have a screwdriver or pen or pencil and it goes like this and someone holds it, so when you reel in, your line spools off this over the top. If you're alone, you can take your line, put it like this so the line's coming over the top, and then on an angle run your screwdriver through here so you've got your line coming off like this. I hold the line with my thumb and finger to keep that tension on. You can see there's my sticker. It's getting covered up by the line as I reel. Alright. I don't want to spool my line all the way. I leave a little bit of space right here. Now I'm going to cut the line, but make sure you hold it, your line, and then cut after where your thumb and finger are. See, I've got my line and then I cut it after that. Right here, this is the cast. So now I can pull the line out and I'll run it through all the eyes. Make sure you don't have any wrap. You run it through every eye. Alright, the last thing is to tie something on. I got this weird hook I'm going to use to Texas rig stuff with, but I'm going to tie my hook on now. I'll show you the knot I use most often. It's just called the Trilene knot. It's on the back of instructions all the time, but you basically run it through the eye twice. Boop. See, there's once, then you run it through the eye again. Twice. Then you see that loop, you want to keep that loop there, and then you're going to do a line wrap with the tag and the main line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a strong knot. Works well for mono. Now I'm gonna run my line back through. See how I got both of those loops? You gotta run your line through both of those loops. See it? There it is. I also bite on this with my mouth when I tighten it. There you go, beautiful knot. Cut the tag. Put your hook on the holder on your baitcaster. Loop. See that? There you go. You are ready to go fishing now, provided you actually put a worm on here. This was by far the most basic way to set up your baitcaster using mono, using a line through the holes, but it should get you started. Now go catch some fish!